Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. So in today's video I'm gonna do another TBR video. I carried on my April TBR into May because I didn't actually end up reading any of those books in April, but I've read quite a few of them in May, so I wanted to do another, obviously, TBR for June, which is crazy that we're halfway through the year already. It's just so crazy. But I've reorganised my bookshelves and stuff and my TBR cart. So most of the ones on my TBR cart, and there's some other ones that I'm gonna do the same as last time. I'm gonna do the wheel spinner chooses, obviously the books that I'll be reading. I do want to get TBR prompt cards at some point, so I might get them maybe for next time. But this time I'm just gonna do the wheel spinner chooses the books I read. I want to really get into fantasy a lot more this year, and I've been reading a lot of romance, so I'm kind of hoping that I'm gonna have quite a bit of fantasy on this TBR, because last time I did it in April it was all romance, but most of my books I think on the wheel spinner were romance. But I'm hoping that we're going to get some other ones this time. But I'll go straight into it. I think I'm going to spin five times. And I've got a couple of videos planned out for June. So there are some books that I'm going to read for those videos. But yeah, I'm going to get to spinning the wheel. Yeah, so this first one is quite funny because I actually read one from the same author, and I pulled one of them. Basically, in the last video that I did, the TBR, my April TBR, I pulled the same book by the same author, so it's quite funny that I have got this this book. That is the Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. I do really want to read all of Abby Jimenez's books, hopefully this year, but I don't know if I'll get around to reading them all this year. But I did read The Friend Zone in May. Yeah, in May. I'm not going to say my thoughts because you're kind of you'll know in a video. But yeah, we're going to be reading, for the first book for June is Happily Ever After the playlist by Abby Jimenez. Yeah, so the Happily Ever After playlist. This is the second in the Friend Zone series. So yeah, I'm happy that I've pulled this one because I've recently read the Friend Zone, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. So it's kind of good because it's part of the series, but it's about a different couple. But yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel again. I'm really hoping for fantasy. I'm hoping to get some fantasy. Yeah, so we did get another romance. I feel maybe it's too heavy on the romance, maybe this, I don't know. I did put a lot of books on the wheel, but at first I thought it was a fantasy because it's basically got the same name as a fantasy book. It's Powerless by Elsie Silver. I actually did read Heartless recently. I think it was in in May as well I read Heartless. So I guess it's good in a way because I'm going to be continuing the Chestnut Spring series, which I do want to continue because I did love that book. But yeah, we're going to be reading Powerless by Elsie Silver. Yeah, so I'm definitely not having much luck with this TBR again this month. I got a dark romance, which, to be honest, I'm not really in the dark romance kind of mood at the minute because it's coming to summer and I kind of don't want to like I said, read stuff like that. But we got My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and Aude Shen. I got this one recently, I think it was when I went to have my surgery in February, and I don't know much about this, but I think it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. But yeah, we'll see if we get around to reading this or not. yeah, so I'm not really having much luck with this TBR, but I am going to be doing like some other videos this month, well in June, so I will be reading like some fantasy for that. But we did get Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I do want to dedicate a video to reading a few of her books, which, yeah, it's not great because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that this month. So I might not end up reading this one, but I will put it on the TBR. But yeah, we got Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, and this is one that's been on my TBR for ages, so it will be good to get this one off my TBR. But I do want to dedicate a video to like reading a few of her books, because I do have a few, and some of them are quite controversial. So yeah, so far we've got 3, so I'm going to pull 2 more. I'm hoping for at least 1 fantasy, but if, like I said, if not, then I will still read fantasy like in my other videos that I'm filming this month. Hi guys, so the next one I did pull, it was Finding Eden by Mia Sheridan. This is the second one, so I'm gonna basically, obviously I'm not gonna read the second one. I'm gonna read the first one, obviously, which is Becoming Elder, because it's part of like a duology. So yeah, this is the 5th book, which again, I'm not sure if it's romance. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it is romance again. So Mia Sheridan is a romance author. I haven't seen anyone read this, so it'll be interesting to see, like, well, for me to read it. But I will wrap up the video, the books that I've pulled for this month, 4th of June. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the books that are going to be on my June TBR. I am a little bit disappointed because, like I said, I do want to get into fantasy. I have bought a few fantasy books recently, but I do want to do like obviously I've got videos planned, so I'm going to obviously be reading for those videos, and then hopefully I can get through quite a few of these as well. So first we got The Happily Ever After Playlist by Abby Jimenez, which is the second book in the Friend Zone series. Then we got Powerless by Elsie Silver, which is the 3rd book in the Chestnut Spring series, which I've been loving the Chestnut Spring series, so I'm excited for this one, to be honest with you. But I know it's a bit different because it's not like a cowboy romance. So then I got Punk 57, which I'm a bit unsure about because, like I said, I do want to dedicate a video to like reading Penelope Douglas books. So I don't know if I will get to this one because I don't want to like just randomly read it, if you know what I mean. So I might end up taking that one off my June TBR and just reading the rest of them. And then I got My Dark Romeo. And then I got Becoming Elder by Mia Sheridan. So yeah, these are all romance. Again, all romance. But I'm going to be reading, like I said, for other videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.